free. Got a one. She make you fly like a kite. What a one. But what you did to her, that wasn't right. That wasn't right, no. Philip love about the girl afraid of you. You know, she said that the woman gets scared of you. She give you peace and she have more prepare for you. But through your mouth, she not left no more for you. She no want no chaos in her relationship. She no want no man, she don't want any man gossip. Life too short and she want enjoy it.
Alright, to the people, of course, this is the moment that you all have been waiting for, as we now will be placing singer Irie in the spotlight as he reveals the story behind his big story to help understand the culture of reggae music. A pleasant good day to you. How are you doing? What's the energy like, mate? What's going on?
Bless up, Mr. Fonso Black. Yeah, man, it's a pleasure. First, I must say, give the Almighty
What's going
God
on, singer
thanks.
Irie?
Bless up, Fonso Black. Fonso Black. Can you
Yes,
hear
of
me?
course. Yes, we can hear you live and in living color. Again, I want to say thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedule in allowing us to place you in the spotlight as you're about to reveal the story behind your big story. Once again, welcome, singer reggae, singer Ira. Welcome.
Yes, Fonso Black. And it's a pleasure to be on your platform. It's a pleasure to link up with you. And I must say, big up each and everyone who take them time out to log on IG, Facebook, and all the musical platform to, give a listening ears to what me and Mr. Fonso Black will be reasoning about and the music career and the journey. So first, as you know, we always give the Almighty God thanks for life. So here in New Jersey, the weather is very nice. It was a little bit cold a couple of weeks ago, but right now it's very nice. The sun come out, and it's a wonderful day. It's a pleasure to be on your platform, Fonso Black.
Thank you so much for that. And of course, just a reminder, we are streaming live on Facebook as well, and that's on UVC Radio. You get me? So don't forget, viewers, to share this live stream. Singer Irie, as always, let's take us to the start, the beginning. Do you know what I mean? Place of birth, a bit more information as a young boy growing up in your own very country that you was born.
Yes, well, I was born in Kingston, Jamaica, and I was born in a place that was musically inclined, a place they call Waterhouse, Kingston 11. I leave from there and live in another place they call Kingston 10 off the Waltham Agley Park Road. That one of the main street from Waltham goes straight up to Half a Tree. Also, I leave from there and I live into another place they call Mountain View. The last place that I left before I migrate, because I always been in England till I residently live in USA right now. But the last place I was living in Jamaica was a place we call Swallowfield. That's Kingston 5. So growing up as a little boy, I grew up amongst all the big top musicians, the Dennis Brown, the Ken Booth, you name them, Jacob Miller, all of the greats, them. You understand? I grew up amongst them. So I was actually my life was circle around with all great musicians, artists, singers, players of instruments. So I must say I was lucky to be amongst those greats because they taught me a lot, and that's what makes Singer Iris so musically inclined right now.
Thank you so much for that. Let me first apologize for all our listeners. I do apologize. As Singer Irie, your audio seems to be coming out very low. In the meantime, you could try to adjust the volume so that our listeners out there could hear you a bit clearly, a bit louder. Do you know what I mean? So as I speak, you could try to do that in the background. And of course, we are speaking to a singer, a reggae artist, singer Irie. And of course, he is coming from the island of Jamaica. Singer Irie.
Yes.
How would you say life presented itself to you whilst growing up in Jamaica?
Well, as I mentioned to you earlier, and that I was born in Kingston 11, a place they call Waterhouse. I hope you guys hearing me. I hope all my wonderful fans hearing me much better now because you know how the internet service work sometime, So growing up in Kingston, we move around even in the country area because we used to travel on sound system. We used to left from town, go on the sound system to country to, perform there because most of the big session them used to keep in the country. But growing up as a boy, I think life taught me a lot because first thing, we didn't have it like these nowadays kids and even these young artists now. We never have the opportunity of could just go into a studio and voice a song, or someone could come with a
Mm.
computer or a rhythm and we could just voice. We have to go to the studio, becomes like somebody, the bigger artists or the artists out there, all the artists that have big names. You go beside them, you be patient. They send you to buy whatever they want to eat or drink. You would be so humble. So we learn the business from the humble start of it, how to humble yourself. Then after that, they listen to you and said, "Oh, little boy, you sound good. We're going to put you in the studio and see what you
Mm.
have. But before you even reach the studio, you have to go on the sound system. So sometimes we have to travel miles and a big truck with a lot of tall, big box going up some hills and mountain. And it was dangerous, but we didn't look at the danger. We just love what we're doing, and we was just trying to achieve what we know that the music could give us by, just loving it. It wasn't even about the money, but it was about spreading the love that we have, that we felt, how the music make we felt and feeling even to this very moment. So the thing that it taught me, and I would share it with a lot of upcoming artists, is that patient, love what you're doing, humbleness, don't see yourself above no one. Respect the DJs that play your tunes. Respect the people that buy the tunes. Respect the people that come to the party or the stage show and shout out for you. They are the one that make you. You are nothing without the fans. You are nothing without the DJs and all of these people who come together, take the time out to put we where we are or where you can be. So the music and life has taught me patience, love, humbleness.
Thank you so much for that singer reggae artist, singer Irie. Let's take us back to the streets of Jamaica. As you mentioned that you grew up in Kingston. How best would you describe the streets of Kingston back in them time there? Would you say that it was, rough, or it was quite pleasant to be on the streets back in that time in Kingston?
Well, we could differentiate it in two different ways. It was rough, but it was more safer because in my time growing up, like in the 90s, late 80s, 90s, being on the street as an artist trying to, get my music or get myself across so people could hear me, you could go anywhere. You could travel from one area to the next area and nobody would trouble you. People was more
Mm.
like community protection. They used to, everybody know everybody, everybody protect everybody kids. An elder could see me and say, "Little boy, where you going? Talk to me. Don't go there. Don't do
Mm.
that." You understand what I'm saying? And even if I try to be rude, they could probably, we could call it spank you or do you something simple. And you couldn't go home and tell your parents because your parents would take you back to that person and find out what you have done and spank you again. So it was safer to you for us in that time
Mm.
because we could be around anyone and know that we are safe. No, these young kids, they are going out there, they're going out with all kind of different friends that don't even listen to them. Most of the people that they have around them, they are just yes person, yes man, yes woman. They don't
Mm.
try to say to them, "Listen, Miss Singer Irie, what you are doing is wrong and it's not supposed to be." So if I say something, everybody say yes. No, but back then, no, people used to correct each other. We used to live like family, and the place was safer in many, many different ways because people never used to,
Amazing.
yeah, people only do something because of a reason or reasons. Now people do things without any reason or reasons.
Amazing. Now you mentioned that obviously once when you were much younger, you would have gotten the opportunity to frequent studios and you would have asked to be doing the errands. You know, what I mean, going to the shop for those singers and DJs at the studios. Now, what would have brought that consciousness that you came to that realization that music is something that later on that you would have wanted to pursue? What really brought that consciousness from that age?
Well, well, first I must say I grew up among a lot of music lovers, music people, artists, and instrument of players of music. So I like the sound what I was hearing. You understand? When I hear the Dennis Brown, when I hear Bob Marley, when I hear Peter Touch, when I hear um Alton Ellis, and all of these greats, Ken Booth, all of these greats, when you hear them singing as a little youth, you said to yourself, wow, what a melodious, what a niceness, what a vibes. You understand? And
Yeah.
growing up in the ghetto where I'm from, and all the other ghettos that I've been living through, as a youth growing up, it was a choice of either you want to be in the music at a point, or you have to be in badness too, which is, you
Mm,
have yes. So we actually grow up that we decide that no, I look at it and see how these greats come out and they could help the community and they could give back a lot. So I wanted to do that as well. So knowing what my purpose was on earth and how I feel about the joy of music, I venture
mm.
into music. And then when I realized that I was good at what I was doing, is when I go amongst the greats, and when I start to sing my little thing and they hear me, them say, boy, you're full of style, and you have a voice that, continue work on your craft, But they prepare you, they help you. The greats back then, they were like a father, big sister, a mother, you understand? So they stood by us. And that's what we are trying to do to the younger ones, but they sometimes they don't take telling.
Now that's quite interesting that you mentioned because you said from a very young age you had the opportunity to frequent studios and the persons, the artists, I mean, who would have been doing the music, who would have encouraged persons like yourself who was younger and was quite interesting to wanting to do a music that they actually give that support. Now, how easy was it for you, singer Irie, to get the opportunity to walk through a professional studio? Do you know what I mean? Because we heard a lot of stories that, I mean, it was for some artists, I mean, it was a struggle to even walk through the doors of studio. But from your experience, how would you best describe?
Well, it wasn't easy. And I could say it wasn't as hard as how some artists, have it as well. Because every time I listen to other artist interviews, sometimes, because I do listen to other artist interviews, and I really, feel it for some of them because some really have been through it very hard, especially the ones that come from the country and come to town to try to pursue a career. Because we in the city, born and grow, we still have it hard, but it's not too bad because most of the time is that we have connection. This person know that person know that person. But then, as I mentioned to you, we still have to go through the same procedures that we go to the studio. We have to link up with these greats. We have to become, very calm, humble, do things for them. You understand? Because that was really the rule. They were actually making us humble. You understand? Because music is
Mm,
humbleness. Music is not like you're trying to just gain some money or you're just trying to sell something. It's something that embedded in you, and if it is something that is embedded in you, it's something that was given from the Almighty God to you. So you have to learn humbleness. So every artist that you see make it great and make it and stay in the business, they are always from a humble, character, and most of them, if you notice that the singers sometimes last in the business longer than even the DJs, because the singers they're more like
mm,
more humbler. If you notice that, it's not that I'm saying that we don't have a lot of humble DJs, but it's more like if you see 10 singers and 10 DJs, you will see the singers kind of just relax and trying to just meditate certain things, while the DJ we try to, I'm talking about the rap guys,
mm,
them and those, they try to make sure,
mm,
because it's just a humbleness that you have to develop. So with me going to the studio at a tender age, like 8, 7, 8, I remember I used to run out from my parents' place and go where the greats are, where the dance
mm.
is playing, all of this music. I have to lift up the window, but then we have some little window, you push it up, you catch it. And when you go out, you come back, you see the window put down, you know that mama is going to beat you or grandma is going to beat you because the window closed down. So they find out. So we decide to sacrifice, to go through all the sacrifice to know that, we are where we want to be. But at the same time, as I mentioned to you again, we have to be humble. We do things for these greats until they start to pay us attention, and then they put me from one stage to the next stage. So when I record my first song, I think I was about 12, 13, and that was a studio they called Channel One. That was an original studio where only a few very artists get to record in that studio, because that studio is where all the greats of the greatest locates in those days.
Now, just out of it's something that I think it's quite important to allow people to understand some of the things that artists have to go through whilst pursuing, the music, and whilst wanting to pursue a career in music, despite of all the challenges that you would have faced, the beatings, the getting in trouble with your grandparents, your mother. Do you know what I mean? What kept you going? Do you know what I mean? Because you knew obviously when you sneaked out, your mom, you would be getting a beating, but yet still, because of that passion, that fire, it kept you. Do you know what I mean? So I mean, what really kept that driver, despite of even if singer Irie knew that he would have got into trouble, he still pursued, he still went along.
Well, this is something I would like everyone to know, even you as a radio DJ, and all the radio DJs and all the ones that play music. It's something that you have to love. And I don't know if you're a religious person, but it's said that God so loved the world that he gave his only son.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
No, when you love something, there's no distance, no boundary, no mountain, no ocean too wide for you to swim it, no mountain too high for you to climb it. So that is one of the reasons why I'm saying that we love what we were doing and what we are still doing. But at that time, I'm just talking about then when you were a little boy. In our time, it was
Mm,
very, very hard. We didn't have any internet. We didn't have any social media. We do a lot of songs and we don't even hear them. We don't even know where they go. We never get no money.
mm-hmm.
It's just like you probably meet a woman and you like her and you're trying with her, and people wonder, oh, Fonso Black still trying with this girl. But Fonso Black have something that connect with this girl, and you're trying and you love.
Yeah,
So
yeah, I
love is
feel
a
you.
different
Yeah,
thing. So anything
yeah.
that you are doing, I would say to these young artists, you have to love it, because music,
And that's
you
very
can,
important. Thank you so much for that, Singer Irie. Now, the name is Singer Irie. How did you come up with that name? What interesting.
well, first I was Patrick Irie. A lot of people who know me back then would know, but maybe this is the first you're knowing this. My name was Patrick Irie back then, because growing
Mm,
up in my community and all the communities that I've been, I was a very helpful, they would say a very helpful little boy, right? If I come to
mm,
a crossroads or anything and I see an elder woman or anybody who is unable to carry their bags or anything, I am the first one to take it, carry them across the road, bring them home. You understand? They could send me anywhere.
mm.
So the community used to say, I'm very Irie. That's how they say it. This
Ah,
little guy is Irie. And then my pet name was
ah.
Patrick.
See
So
ya.
that's how the Patrick goes on the Irie. Because everything I do, I smile. Doesn't matter how rough or hard it is, I always take it with a smile. So they say, you're Irie, man.
Yes.
So with the pet name Patrick, I put it together. But there's a lot of other artists out there have the same name, like Clement Irie, Welton Irie. A lot of Iries was there. So I came to England. Even the great Alton Ellis, he wrote a song for me when I was in England, because I did an album, and he was on the album as well. You know, um,
Mm,
Horace Handy was on the album, Junior Delgado, Dennis Brown, all these greats. You understand? Little John. I was probably one of the smallest artists that was on the album, but apparently my song was written by Alton Ellis, and then the producer asked me that they need like 6 more songs from me. So I end up did 6 more songs for the same producer. His name is Rootsman. He was from a place they call Leeds, Huddersfield, Leeds, somewhere down there. That was in the 90s when because I was in England for like about 10 years. Come and go,
Mm.
spend couple months, go back home. So after I did that album, I realized that some of the songs he put, like he was the one who wrote the songs and stuff like that. So I migrate. I did a show with me, Sizzler, and quite a few of us in Belgium, Switzerland, Germany in 2007. I think after that show was when Culture, Joseph Culture died the same 2007 that year. He was there on the show with us as well. And I come back, then I migrate to America. And I'm originally when I came to America. Now I came here and I take up resident. I becomes American citizen like a couple of years ago, but getting the green card and everything, I decide that, you know what, I'm gonna relax little from the music. I start to work. You understand? I put in a lot of work. Then after that, now I decide that I'm gonna venture back into my craft. So I decided to change the name. That was 2016. So I changed the name to Singer Irie. So all these songs that you're
Lovely.
hearing now is from Singer Irie. So the journey was
Lovely. Now, even before you go any further, let's turn our attention now to the sound system culture coming from Jamaica. Listeners, the sound system has always played a major part in the development of reggae music. It was the vehicle to transport reggae music all across the island of Jamaica and by extension outside Jamaica. DJs, singers would frequent sound system, performing in all parishes in Jamaica. Now, you would have started performing by the 90s. Explain to our listeners how best would you describe at that time when you came on board in the 90s? How would you describe what was happening on the ground when sound system would be performing? Explain what
well,
you
I
saw
could
in the
yes,
dance, the attitude
yes.
of people.
So true, so true. That is a very important topic, Fonso Black. This is one of the topics that every time a reggae artist do interview, this is very important to ask them because the music then was sound system. As I said, there was no social media, there was no form of internet to bring across the music or the message of the music. It was more like sound system, cassettes. You understand? There was a thing they call
Mm,
cassettes. You probably heard about it, a little thing like this. So
mm,
when you
mm,
go to the
mm,
dance, that's what they put in and they record it with the big. They used to walk around with some music box. And in the dance, everybody would have a music box trying to tape when we start to perform. You understand? No, the sweet part of this is that when we go to the dance, because we were like just the artists that just coming in the business, the artists that was well known, they would come later in the night. So we have to go from early to start to
mm,
sing and DJ. When we go to the dance, sometimes there's nobody there and we have to make sure we pull the crowd in. As soon as we get the dance, the area rampack, that's when the artist who is well known or have the big name, that's when they start to perform. So right there's another training for us. You understand? So we get proper
mm,
train because we learn to pull the crowd. Nowadays, artists, if they go to a venue and there's not a lot of people, they cannot perform. They cannot pull people in. We pull
mm.
people. People stand up outside. They're not coming in until they hear us. And when they hear that sweet sound and that voice and that melodious sound, they start to tear into the gate. Sometimes the gate man can't hold them. Because everybody want to
Ah,
come in one time. So that
yes.
and we talking about I used to sing on a song they call Creation as well with Papa San and all these greats. O'Neill Famous, that is now one of the CEO from Robert Dub Thursday. You know O'Neill Famous, Peter Metro them. They are the
Mm,
ones that having the Robert Dub Thursday in Jamaica Thursdays, you know. So O'Neill Famous is one of the CEO. He was on the sound as well. We have lecturer, we have Bami Man, We have the Professor Nuts and all these greats. I was also on another song they call Caveman. That was another song that, everybody, a lot of people heard about. Another song, El Mundo, Tiger, and all these greats was on it. And, you could name them. All the sound system.
Now, another point that is very important as singer Irie as well is that back in the day, the dance hall was referred to that the venue where dance used to keep. So that was referred to as the dance hall. Now, when back in the time people went to dance and you know what I mean, persons would quite often refer to as like in Jamaican colloquial terms, they would say people would rub a dub. You get me? And when we talk about rub a dub, we talk about belly to belly dance. You get me? Where a man and a woman dance belly to belly. You get me? Stick up. You
Yes.
get me? Where
Yes.
romance would have developed there. You get me? Where a man would have
Right.
get to find a girlfriend. It was a place where people used to come full joy themselves, release the stress. Now, as an
Yes.
artist who was there at that time, what do you think was responsible for that sort of behavior, that attitude we saw in that dance? What was responsible for that?
You're talking about the behavior that was then, or the behavior
No, yeah,
that's
the
going on
behavior
now?
that was then when people
Then.
used to full joy themselves, where people used to come find romance. You know what I mean? People would dance belly to belly. What would have triggered that sort of attitude, that sort of you know what I mean, behavior in the dance?
Yes, because remember, in those times, the dancehall was safe. I'm not saying it was
Mm.
100%, but it was safe. You could go and party, dance all night till 6, 7, 8 o'clock. 9, 10 o'clock in the morning, people going to work and dance, pack ram up same way. People are belly to belly and a dance same way. Man and woman used to find true love in the dance hall.
Yes, yes, yes.
Because when a woman come to the dance, she come to the dance because she probably feels stressed out, probably she feel a little lonely, she have nobody to talk to. When she come to the dance and she find a music start to play and it sound nice, and she find a man him cologne nice and him smell nice and hug her, and then start. Trust me, man come in the dance looking for them woman, can't find them woman, because them woman lock with another man. Them time they a fly back rat chicken. Fonso Blacks. Them time the man a walk with that them rat chicken, fly back, click. If him see, if him
Yes.
see you with him woman, him probably cut out your belly, but not so easy, because the way the music nice and the woman lock tight with you. Him cannot see her till the
There was
music
no time
done.
for that.
And listen me, and the selectors them now pull up like them selector now, like them play a little second and pull up. Music a play right through and then back to our next song. So you don't get no time to find your woman. Try don't last her. So, love was in the dance hall. Love was there. And the music was such loving music. You understand? This music was so sweet. There wasn't
Now, this
violent.
is a very important point you brought up. Now, listeners, we want you to listen keenly, right? Singer Irie just mentioned the music was full of love. The lyrics that we hear, it was representing love. By the mid 90s, early 2000, that sort of changed. We saw lyrics which was promoting violence, promoting criminal activity, lyrics being derogative towards women, and as a result of that, the attitude, the behavior in the dance sort of changed because the lyrics was reflecting a different sort of behavior. Persons started being screw faced when they walk into the dance. Every man have a weapon, a metal in the pocket. You get me? Do you know what I mean? People were not
Yes,
coming and look for romance in the dance again. People was coming and look for war. Do you know what I mean? So
that's it.
that is quite important that when you mentioned that at the time the music was represented by love, and as opposed to the late 90s where it sort of changed. But the question for you, singer Ari, as an artist who was actually there when it was good, what do you think triggered that sudden change? That sudden change which allowed persons to be different in the dance.
There's a lot of things, but we're going to start from the one that I believe. I might not be 100% right, because that's just my opinion. I think that the breakdown start from the home, how the kids grow, right? The behavior.
Mm.
Because we used to respect the elders, respect people who was even 1 year older than us. You understand? And we used to respect everything. And we used to go to church. When we leave the dance hall Saturday, grandma draw, we go to church, pull us to church. Even if you don't want to go, you're going to church. You understand? So
Mm,
we used to
mm.
balance. Our mind was balanced. That's what I believe. So we get God.
Ah,
We have God in us. Even though we were
right.
young and we like some of the little rude thing and thing, but we know that we should not do it. These kids nowadays, some of them, not all, because I'm not gonna bash every young kid because there's some wonderful young talented kids out there. Even some of them is doing good music too, and they're trying to keep the culture
Mm,
alive. But the
mm,
ratio, majority of what caused the breakdown is because the home is not a home anymore. Some of the homes is not home anymore. They don't teach the kids them that, listen me, you got to love God. You got to respect
mm,
elders. You understand? You got to have manners then. We could break it down and say manners. You have to have manners. No, because two artists have a little, beef going, little thing going with each other, lyrically they talk. When they are going to the dance or the show now, they had to have a lot of crowd with them, like, and weapon and everything, because it's like they're gonna fight each other. What we used to
mm,
do, we used to beat each other lyrically with words. And when we see each other out the road, we hug up each other and we play games and we play football and we play marble and we play everything same way. When I catch you back into the dance again, I beat you with lyrics. And then you plan that. Listen me. Patrick Irie or Singer Irie beat me last night on a show down Waltham. Wait till me catch him back down a Mountain View or Dunkirk or somewhere. You understand? So we plan to
mm.
beat each other with words lyrically, not with guns, not with knife, not with fists. You understand? So all of this caused a lot of the elder people to withdraw from going to party, withdraw from going to dance. So because of that, it gives more space for the younger kids with no behavior, with some of them with no behavior, no home training, no proper rules that when you come inside here, this is a place for love, enjoy yourself and go home. So they think that this is somewhere like, okay, you're going to range, you're gonna shoot, you're gonna do what you're gonna do. This is not a range. This is where you come to make love, find love, happy up yourself, and go home with joy. But that's how we used to think that this dance hall is a place for me to feel good. I want to hear to Barry Salmon. I want to hear to Alton Ellis, Delroy Wilson, you name them, Bob Marley. Every song was important because our parents used to play these songs as well.
Now, from a reggae artist perspective, what do you think are some of the things that could help bring back that sort of love in the dance again, where people could be in a unity and you know what I mean, and full joy themselves when going to dance? What are some of the things that you think could trigger that back again?
It can happen. It's going to take a lot and it might take a while, but nothing is impossible. Everything is possible.
Mm,
First, as I said, we have to put God first in what we're doing. You understand? We have to start to love the young kids them. We can't push them away. We have to love them and start to talk with them. See if we can get them to sit down with us and listen. Because some of the young kids they don't listen to elders no more because they think that we don't love them or they think that sometimes we be too harsh with them. We need to start to take them in our arms, counsel them, talk with them, tell them what is wrong from right. Though some might not listen, but try that. The parents need to be more of a mother and father in the home. The parents need to stop hide up when the kids are doing wrong. Try to scold the kids. Don't pretend like the kids is doing something nice. Don't give a young baby boy a gun for a toy. Give the boy,
mm,
give them a book to read or a Bible. The problem that we break down is when a little baby boy growing up or a little girl, you give her a little dolly, but yet when she get pregnant, when she's so young, you quarrel and say she get pregnant at a young age. Why did you give her a dolly? You start to teach her to hold baby. Why did you give the little boy
mm,
a gun for a toy? Then you start to make him see that gun is a nice thing, so him run around with gun. You understand? Again, most of the fathers are not there with the kids them, so these little boy
mm,
grow up without father, so they don't have that respect for no father, no elder, nobody, because they didn't grow up with no father. So the father figure is important in the family. and we have to start to love every kids like they are our own. It's going to take a lot and it's going to be hard, but we can start do it, you know, little by little, things will change. But we hope for that day.
Well said. Another thing, in my opinion, which affected the sound system culture from Jamaica is when it switched from analog into digital. Do you know what I mean? Where records stopped selling. There was a decline in sales of record. As a result, artists got artists felt the pain. Do you know what I mean? Because records will no longer sell it. Now, some may argue and say, well, the records was way too bulky in terms of accessing dance and transportation. You know, I mean, they came up with a CD, and then further on, it went on just basically digital. What is your take on that as an artist?
Well, there's a lot of issues like that to address, which I'm looking at even in the world with many, many different business and stuff, not just music. But if you notice the online, it's killing, it's killing the store, the mall. The online buying, it's killing the store and the mall. No, the reason why a lot of people didn't want to continue with the record because they feel like, oh, I'm gonna buy 300 record to take from Jamaica to England. It's too much. It's a load. But listen me, every time we try to make things easier, it costs the next generation. Everything that we do wrong, the next generation suffer. No, if
Mm,
we did continue to bear that burden by box up 500, 1,000, 10,000 record and ship them out and do what we used to do, record would be still selling. But when they changed from analog to digital, everybody was, yeah, we like this new thing. People like jump into new thing, but they're not looking. First, you got to look at the future. A lot of people don't look at what this thing's gonna happen. A lot of people jump online. Oh, I want to shopping online. Nobody think I want to go into the mall anymore. Yes, we understand that sometimes the crowd in the mall can cause chaos and people get hurt. But look at it. How many stores closing down? How many people losing job? All the money is going into one person pocket. The Bible taught that. The Bible told us that the rich shall be richer and the poor shall be poorer. We are doing these things to ourselves. You understand? So
mm,
the reason for the breakdown of the sale of music, even though some people still say, okay, I can sell it on the internet, but when we used to sell records, when records used to sell, artists used to make good money. Even though the producers them, well, some producer was just like that. They would rob you and take what they want. But music used to sell. Everybody used to have a record to say this is Patrick Irie or singer Irie. This is something that was made from Dennis Brown. This is something from Bob Marley. They have something to show. No, when you get something on a flash drive or you go up on iTunes and download something, if iTunes crash, if the internet crash, everything crash. You don't have something to show. So it's best for us to think what we are venturing and look at the lifespan of it before we jump into some of these new things. You understand what I'm saying? So
yes.
it's causing a crash across the board. A lot of people is suffering because the pressing plant. When I was a little boy, there was things that you call a pressing plant. You go and you cut a stamper, then you cut the records. So
Mm,
that man who owned the pressing plant where they press the records, they used to eat food.
mm,
You understand? So all that is
yes,
out.
yes.
Some man used to go around and sell the record. They used to eat food. The record shop could make a money from that. Everything closed down. And everything is just on internet. One person. So now everybody run to Facebook, IG, looking for help. But Mr. IG and Mr. Facebook or whatever, when they're ready, they're gonna shut us off. Because never make
Mm,
one person believe that they are important. We must spread ourselves across the world. That means so we don't depend on one person or two people. That is what life is going
mm-hmm,
to be now. Everybody depending on this, their phone. Everybody depend on iTunes. Everybody depending on IG, Facebook,
mm,
WhatsApp. We understand that, yes, it is helpful in some mean, but don't put everything there. We must open up back some of the original thing. Record must start press. Record changer must be in around. So the man who make the record changer, you put that little needle on it and the song start play. All of these things must come back so people have option. How would life be? How would life be if
Mm-hmm.
it is one plane leaving from America to England or from England to America? What do you think they would
Mm-hmm.
do with us? The price would so high, you understand? And if that plane don't run, nobody can travel. This is what I'm talking about. We must have
Mm-hmm.
options. You understand? We must have options.
Amazing. Take us on stage whilst performing. How do you interact with your audience and ensure that they are feeling the energy that you are letting out? Because quite often we see the artists on stage, we see them, but we have no idea what goes behind the scene. Do you know what I mean? Walk us through those times, those moments when on stage and having the responsibility to interact with the audience, sending off your energy and ensuring that they receive it. How does it all happen?
Well, being an artist or in any business, if you're any form of entrepreneur, you must first know that you love what you're doing. And you must first know that you are a customer service. You are a customer service. So, what you want to be, a great customer service, a normal customer service, or this is not where you're supposed to be? No. From the moment you want to venture into music, you must know that you have to deal with the public. And this is the biggest customer service, that's music. The greatest business, no business like show business. Nothing in the world is bigger than show business. No, you have to make sure that your music lovers, your fans, are enjoying themselves. Don't be selfish. When you go on the stage, make sure you communicate with your fans. See that they're enjoying what you're doing more than you enjoying it. When you look at most of these talents, young talents, or some of these, they are just enjoying themselves. The fans are not. The fans are not.
Mm.
No, as I mentioned to you that we used to pull people from outside. They pack up at the gate, want to come in. They're not coming in until they hear what they want or they know that we are there. So we have to find the way and means how to bring these people in. So by grooming, it's a school. We learn. It's something you have to go through a process. These young artists nowadays, they have a friend have a laptop and they build a little rhythm, the rhythm half key, them themselves half key, and then put them and them record them. And because they have money or whatever, they just give some people some money and pay, and you hear say for them song all over the place. But they don't know key, they don't know rhythm. You put them on one of the original rhythm like the Anson and all the slim thing, they don't know where to start, they don't know how to manage it because they don't understand how to ride a rhythm. Every rhythm goes by 4, 16, 8, 32, 24. It's a bar. So it doesn't matter what the rhythm is, it remains the same. You understand? And if you don't build the rhythm like that, then the artist don't know a key. So these artists, most of them, the rhythm is half key, so they have key. So when the bands are playing them, they cannot play them. If you notice, most of them have to walk around with their tracks.
Right,
Right, because if the
right.
original band is gonna play that rhythm, the bandsman or woman, they know key, so they're gonna play the rhythm that way. So you have to bear in mind that all of these things break down because some people can just go into them house, them have a friend and them have a laptop and them have a rhythm and they say they make music. You don't make record. When you make a record, it's something that can stay forever. When you listen some of these music that make now by 2 3 weeks, you don't want to hear them no more. You hear them one time, two times, three times, you don't want to hear them no more. You will always listen. One love, one heart, let's
Mm-hmm.
get together and feel all right. We are Buffalo soldiers, dreadlocks rasta, all pirate, yes, the rabbi. These are music, these are records. You must think about the people
Wow.
when you're going on stage. Are you gonna make them happy? Are you gonna make them go home? Remember that they come somewhere and they hear something. Listen to me. To make a quick short story. you probably like different kind of food, right? But you go into certain
Mm-hmm.
restaurant or certain food shop, whatever you call it, and maybe it's just a fast food. At the time you're in a rush, you go to a McDonald's if you eat that or a Wendy's or whatever you know, you grab something. But you know what? You just eat it because you're hungry or probably there's no other option at the time. You have to run to work or
Mm-hmm.
whatever. But have you ever go to somewhere and you get that meal and you have to say, when you start eat it, you have to try remember where you buy it and you keep going back there. And you
Mm-hmm.
always want that, right? So that's what music are. When you go out there as an artist, you must make sure the people them want more of you. Want more of you. So you first thing, look in the audience,
Mm-hmm.
see the kind of people them, relate with them with the kind of music. So artists must make a lot of music. Don't just believe that one, two, three songs do it. You must have a lot of music. That means a different strokes for different folks. So when you can do that, then you can give the audience a belly full, a good show. That's what every artist need to learn. How to take your audience to a different part in their
Thank you so much for
feelings.
that, singer Irie. And of course, at this point, my name is Fonso Black, and I'm talking to reggae artist, singer Irie, as replacing me in the spotlight to reveal some of his story behind it. It's a big story. We'll be going for a short music break. And when we come back, we will be hearing in the background a song done by the artist alongside Peter Metro, and the title track is called Chatty. Now, I love that song because it is a song that speak of reality. And of course, when we come back, singer Irie will be here to tell us about the genesis, the meds behind that song featuring Peter Metro. Right here on UVC Radio, the sound that binds us together. Let's take a listen.
We will be back.
Watch ya! Lava lava! Yeah. Oh, Peter Metro! Singer Irie! Watch ya! Lava lava!
You're in the Friday Zone with Fonso Black on UVC Radio.
Why you get the liquor thing and go leave in the Philippines? She told you that it was a secret. What? Why you chatty
I
so
Pull
love
up,
it,
much?
pull
Facebook.
up,
I love
pull
it.
up,
I love
pull
it.
up.
I love it. I love
Tune bad.
Singer Irie. I'm listening to UVC Radio. Watch out the massive them. Why you get the liquor thing and go leave in the Philippines? She told you that it was a secret. What? Why you chatty so much? So much. Why you get the liquor thing and go leave in the Philippines? She told you that it was a secret. What? Why couldn't you keep your
Now that's
emotion?
what I'm talking about, people. Guys, don't chat too much. You get me? Or else you will not get the little song. You get me?
Touch of real life. And Dr. Guan, she make you fly like
Whoa!
a kite.
Facebook, we
What a
love you.
Guan.
Of course, we
But what you
talking
did
to
to her, that
singer
wasn't right.
Ira.
That wasn't right, no. Philip love about the
Never
girl
be
afraid of
afraid of
you.
you.
You know, she
You know,
said that the woman gets
woman get
scared of
scared
you.
of
She
you.
give you peace and
Peace
she
and
have
she
more
have more
prepare for
prepare
you.
for you.
But through your
But you
mouth,
your
she
mouth,
not
she
left
not
no
left
more
no
for
more
you.
for you.
She don't want no chaos in her relationship. She don't want no man. She don't want a name with
Now,
gossip.
fellas out there, next time pay attention. You know what I mean? Don't chat too much. You get me? Because you might just miss out on something good. You get me? You know what I mean? And of course, singer Irie and Peter Metro is saying it so nicely in that song. Chatty, chatty. You get me? Don't chat.
Come on to have your name for like poster. If the little love about the girl afraid of you. You know she said that the woman gets scared of you. She give you peace and she have more prepare for you. But through your mouth, she not left no more for you. Laba laba. Why you get the liquor thing and go leak? In the Philippines, she told you that it was a secret. Why you chatty so much? Why you get the liquor thing and go leak? Then she
Whoa!
told you that it was a secret.
Lord!
Why couldn't you keep your emotions? Oh, well, yes. She said that you're so ungrateful. Deceiver. Said you be so disgraceful. Me say motor move fast and them brains are move slow. How your bedroom business reach out a door. This is something where the girl want to know. She better ask him mother if her so him really grow. She want a man to hug her up and kiss her up and love her up and give her romance. Boy, she don't want no blabber mouth, no chatty mouth to make her life unbalanced. Boy, sing up. Why you get the
And of course, welcome back. If you're just joining me, my name is Fonso Black, and I'm talking to reggae singer Irie. You get me? As we place him in the spotlight to reveal some of the story behind this big story, and in the background, we just heard the song Chatty Chatty. You get me? Along with Peter Metro. Now, of course, we want to acknowledge all our viewers on Facebook, wherever you are. We want to say thank you so much for viewing this live interview with Singer Irie. We urge you guys out there to share this live stream and continue sharing the live stream and tweet out some fiery emoji if you're enjoying the vibes. You get me? Welcome back, Singer Irie. That song, I was dancing to that song because I could resonate with that song. You know what I mean? The lyrics in that song. Do you know what I mean? I mean, like people. We know what he's talking about. Do you know what I mean? So over to you, Singer Irie. What is the genesis, the myth? What was going on in your head when you put that song together? Talk to us.
You know, Fonso Black. Big up UVC Radio, man. And I must say big up to Rapper Crapper, you know, a brother of mine, you know. Enough respect. But you know, Fonso Black, everyone asked me the same question. What was going through my mind? What was going through Peter Metro mind? Well, I couldn't tell what was going through Peter Metro mind. But with me, I was just thinking that, you know, as an elder in the business, we need to bring something that the young people can relate to and also the big people can relate to, and it don't vulgar. You know, it's not something that people is gonna say, oh, we cannot play this in our home, we can play it on the radio and stuff, you know. So we know that sometimes a man meet a female and you know they have an agreement, say, listen me, I know that I'm cheating or I know I'm doing something wrong, but I like you. So if you can keep your mouth, you know, a little thing can go on. We all know them something that happen, you know. It's not like it right. In some people might bash me and say, well, Singer cheating is not right. We understand, but we know what the world is. You know, people do them stuff there. But what people don't like is when you and them have an agreement. It doesn't matter what agreement. She said to him, listen me, it will happen, but don't talk. And then when she hear everybody talk, say him say and so. So we are just trying to let people know, not just from the male side, also the woman, because sometimes the man will say to, we just have a little fun, but please, that's it. Don't say anything. The woman go out and do the same thing. So this thing about being loyal to what you're doing, that's what the song is really saying. And at the end of the day, we know that women don't like chatty, man. I know that from ever since.
Well said. Now, I think that's so amazing, and that's what I think the music is sort of lacking as well. The creativity. Do you know what I mean? Where artists could come and be spontaneous, be you know what I mean, be so creative to bring up a reality song such like that, where everybody you know what I mean could instantly identify what he's talking about. Do you know what I mean? And like you said, it's not derogative towards women. Do you know what I mean? But it is a reality song, a song that brings, do you know what I mean, awareness. Do you know what I mean? And straight away. Do you know what I mean? And I think that's what more artists need to try to follow. Do you know what I mean? Upon like bringing that sort of music to the audience. Do you know what I mean? And I want to applaud you and Peter Metro for coming up with such a meaningful and reality song that could resonate with the public. I want to say congratulations again on that big song. I think I would encourage all DJs all across the world to play this song because I will be playing it. You got me? I love it.
That's a big one. And
Yes.
and as I'm saying that,
So was it difficult to I mean like when you decided you wanted to put that song together, or was it difficult to convince Peter Metro to sing along? Do you know what I mean? What was that reaction like?
well, I knew Peter Metro from way back. From you know, Peter Metro is elder for us. He's one of those real veteran from them time, from Metro Media days. Peter Metro is one of the greats. You understand? And
Mm,
we link up because they have this original dancehall Thursdays, and
mm,
I know that I'm going on good across the board in Europe, England, America, all over my songs them, but I wanted to get back that love in Jamaica with my music. So
mm,
you know, this is your home ground. You understand? So
mm,
when when I listen to Rubber Dub Thursdays with Peter Metro O'Neill, famous Major Mackerel, and all of these guys that was there, these are all the greats that I knew from back then. And they were putting
mm.
the real platform together because Rubber Dub Thursdays, trust me, that is one of the original feelings when you go there. That was how it used to be. So I link up with Peter Metro. Somehow I call somebody that knew him and get him number and say, you know what? I have some songs. I have the Mama song, and that is a song that been number one across a lot of different platforms. Also all over the place. Mama, everybody loved that song. For the 9 months, Mama carried me, growing inside of her, no charge. Cause that is a song that was done by a Black American by the name of Shirley Caesar. She did a virgin. But when I heard this song, I remember my mother used to play that song. So, I just remodel it. We could say remodel it, I put my words to it, and I make sure I get a reggae beat to hit. And then, when I went in the studio and the producer called me and said, listen, this rhythm. And when I hear it, that was the exact thing I hear. I wanted to do a song for my mother. So I remember my mother always play that's Shirley Caesar. I remember Mama and the love that she gave. Kneeling at her bedside, I can still hear Mama say, and the Shirley Caesar. So I put that song with the other song together with my words and make that Mama. So this was a song that is and was mashing up the place at the moment, still mashing up everywhere. Because as I said, I have this Mother's Day show. I don't know if you can see it or the people can see it.
Lovely.
Yeah. And I am
And,
booked on this
and
show. Yeah. 1 minute.
and of course, on that note, let's give our listeners the opportunity to enjoy a bit of that Mama song by singer Irie right here on the Fire Zone UVC Radio, the sound that binds us together.
I love you, mama. I love you, yeah. It is not about the technique, UVC Radio. UVC Radio, you know how much I really love you. Mama, oh mama, for you I really care. You reach out and give me life, show me the right, bring me up in stride. Mama, you reach out and give me life, and for that I could never stop loving you. Mama, I love you. I love you, mama. I love you so.
Pull up,
Whoa.
pull
For
up.
the 9 months mama carried me, growing inside of her. No charge for the nights she stayed up with me. Care.
And of course, welcome back. Of course, we've been talking to a singer, reggae artist, singer Irie, and the song in the background is called Mama. Now, that song, listeners, I quite enjoy that song because I love my mother. You get me? And I suppose many thousands of persons out there love the mother as well. But not just the song in itself, but the way singer Irie is delivering the song, the emotions that he's putting into that song. You can almost feel that energy. Do you know what I mean? That he's expressing that gratitude, that love for his mother. And when you hear the song, you could feel it. Now, let's talk to us about emotions when putting in the song. Because quite a few, out there, persons might hear a song, but again, they have no idea what it is that the artist have to do to bring out that emotion into the song that you could actually feel it. So again, over to you, a singer Irie. Let's talk about, like I mentioned early on, the emotions that is being put into a song. Like this song, for example, "Mama." Right? When I hear this song and when I listen to your voice and the way your vocals are coming out of that song, there is loads of emotion is pumped into into that particular song. And then when on the other hand, listening to it, you could feel that love is being expressed. So again, for the benefit of our listeners, how this process happens behind the scenes.
Again, I must say big up UVC Radio and all the massive. Big up again to Rapper Crapper and to you again, Fonso Black. It's a pleasure again to be here. There's so much to talk about. I think we need like 4 or 5 days. But anyway, I want to just take it a little bit further because I was trying to explain to you at the time how me and Peter Metro get to link up and everything. So I just want to make it short and spicy. So that Mama song is the song I sent to Peter Metro when we link up to play. And when he heard this song, he was like, Singer Irie, this is a sure hit. So this is one of the songs that they play on the platform. It played so much that it becomes one of the hit songs. So I was awarded Singer of the Year 2023 in Jamaica on the Rubber Dub platform with Peter Metro Honey Famous. So let me just go for the trophy here so I can show it to the people as well. Yes. So
Woo-hoo!
so if you look here,
Yes, of course. Those viewing it live on
you
Facebook, this is
see right
reggae
there.
artist, singer
Yes,
Irie.
right. So I was awarded,
Amazing.
yes, I was awarded Singer of the Year for 2023 because of this Mama song and a lot more songs. So when we link up, we decide to do a song together. And it was my pleasure because I have respect Peter Metro for so many years. It was such a great feelings to know that Peter Metro was yes, Singer Irie. I want to do this song. I couldn't wait. So I was thinking of something because I said if two of us doing a song, this song must be a hit. Because I know who Peter Metro is. Peter Metro create and make a lot of hits. Peter Metro is a hit maker. And I
Mm.
know I'm a hit maker. So when I come up with my part, because he told me that sing your part and send it to me. And all I could hear, why you get the liquor thing and go leak it when she told you that it was a secret? Why couldn't you keep your mouth shut? Oh well now. Why you get the liquor thing and go leak it when she told you that it was a secret? Why you chatty so much? Lippy laba mouth the girl afraid of you. You know she said that the woman gets scared of you. She give you peace and
Up,
she
up,
have
up,
more
up,
peace.
up, up, up.
Oh man, when I heard Peter Metropart, I'm like, no, 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 no. This guy is something else. So that's how it they come about. You know, we just listen the craft, we listen each other craft, and we was well pleased. We go at it, and it's a bomb. Now this song is doing great. It is blowing up all over the place. It's now on one of the biggest reggae charts here in America. And the Clinton Lindsay, you probably heard about Clinton Lindsay. This song is on the
Mm-hmm.
chart right
Yep,
now, yes,
yep.
and across the board. And to be honest, every DJs, whether they're young, middle age, elder, they just love this song. I don't know where this song is
Mm.
going, but I can tell you this is a sure big monster hit. We performed the song on Rebel Salute, and trust me, as I was called up and I start, where you get the little thing, the whole place blow up, bloop, big forward. And we are back together. We will be performing on Sunfest. I mean, we probably get to that point when you're ready, but I'm just telling you some stuff that is happening because
Mm.
most of the times fly past we didn't get to start early as we should. But there's so much things
Yes.
happening and so much to talk about. That is how we link up. No,
All
I
right,
just
now let's take our attention back to the emotion of the emotion part
that's where
of it, where
exactly
when you put together a song like I want to use that song for example, the Mama song,
the
because
mama.
I think in that song, the Mama song, you are expressing that love, and when you listen to that song, I could feel that love is being expressed in that song. So it makes me feel closer to my mom instantly. It makes me feel like I want to just you know what I mean, show my mom utmost love and utmost gratitude, you know what I mean? It's sort of bring that feeling. Now, to understand that is to ask you this question. Whilst putting a song as an artist, um, how how do you put in those emotion into that music that when people hear the song, instantly people could feel those emotions, but not see, but feel, because music is something that you could feel. You can't see music, but you could feel it. But the emotions of love, do you know what I mean? It's the same like you one artist could decide to put a emotion of anger. Do you know what I mean? And when you listen to that song, you attract that anger, and it's like you want to do something aggressive, you want to do something bad because of those emotions, that energy rather that has been put into that song. But as opposed to that song, that mama song, you have placed in, put in, you know what I mean, the energy of love, and persons could actually feel those emotions. And that's thing, I think that's quite important for persons out there to understand. Now, from a perspective of an artist, how would you best describe that process?
Well, first thing, my mother died like 8 years now, and that song was done exactly sometimes like that. I think the year after my mother died, and
May your soul rest in peace.
yes, I felt it so hard when my mother died, but I wasn't much. I didn't grow up much with mother like my grandmother. But my grandmother, I
Mm.
call her mama. You know, most time we call grandma mama, because grandma, they really grow you up so good, right? But the love that I push out in this song is mainly for my mother and my grandmother, because my grandmother taught me how to love my mother. You understand? So
Mm.
this is why I did the song for my mother, because when my mother died, and I remember as a little boy growing up, I used to hear she play all these kind of religious songs, the Shirley Caesar and all these songs, and I felt so bad that I'm saying to myself, what can I offer to my mother? I know she's not here like in flesh, but she's here in spirit, and I know my grandmother always said to me, say, listen to me, the people depending on you. Because my grandmother used to beat me a lot. It's like seven boys of us. And I used to get more beaten. And I always asked my grandmother, why you beat me so much? She said, because she loved me and she know that there's something in me. And if she don't stop it from now, I'm going to get out of hand. So I'm like, how could you love something and beat them so much? But then after growing up, I realized that was a good method of helping me, because she really take me out of a lot of trouble. So the full feelings that I have for my grandmother and my mother, I put it in this song because I want to give them something.
Right.
So it's a two in one. It's a two in one. The song, I'm
Right.
giving it to two persons, my grandma and my mother. So I wanted a rhythm that carried that vibes. And when I go into the studio and heard the guy play the rhythm, I'm like, yes, this is the rhythm. Because Sly and Robbie, these are close friends to me. I used to sit down with them in Gussie Clark studio, that is Kingston 5 upper place they call Windsor Avenue, same place near where I
Mm.
was living. And I used to sit down and I used to stay in the studio and listen them playing these big rhythms, Sly and Robbie. Remember them play the taxi? Boom, 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 boom.
Mm.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
these are the greats. These are the greats. And one day I said to Sly, I think I said to both of them, how do you know when a rhythm hits or hit? When rhythms hit. And he said to me, listen to me, when a rhythm play, somebody stand up, their body must move in. Even if they're not aware of it, the beat must make your body a move. Something in the song must, whether you pay attention to it or not. You know, like some people have to listen to something, forget into it, but you just sit there and you hear a beat, it move in your body without you aware that your body is
Right.
moving. That's what they told me. And I always say, when you're making music, make it hit somebody brains, the body, make it have some form of meaning and purpose. Remember we mentioned earlier and that if you go somewhere and eat, you because the food was so nice, you remember. You go to a stage when you hear an artist perform and they come and deliver a certain way to you, you remember the artist. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
you want to hear that artist again. So that is how people react to music. When music hit you, you feel no pain, but it must hit you.
Well said. Singer Irie, you would have performed so many places in Jamaica. You would have been seen on main stage, Sunfest, so many other shows in Jamaica. Throughout those time, which one would you best say that would have been the moment that you never would forget, you know what I mean, on that stage, and the one who really helped develop and you know what I mean, develop or the one the opportunity that you got and see that really helped curve and nurture your art is in what it is today.
Well, there's so much large stage that I went on and still going on. And there's so much that I can record that really chills me. But one that stood out more than ever, I was on a stage, I think it was early 1991, 92, somewhere there. Flower Gun, it was me, Flower Gun, Pamal, Gregory Isaac, um, um, Bonnie Whalers, and all the greats. And we were all performing for Leroy Sibbles. That was his birthday. And that was kept into the King's House where the Prime Minister of Jamaica was sitting right in front. And I had the
Mm.
opportunity to be there looking at the Jamaica Prime Minister sitting looking at me performing. And I also know that all the greatest of the greatest reggae artists was there. So that moment I can never forget it. That is something I cherish. And a couple months
Wow.
ago I was in England and I go to Horny Nanny somewhere like in Brixton they call it Horny Nanny, something like that.
Yeah.
Um Horny Nanny, something like that. And this crowd was the place was not like, it wasn't that big of a stadium, but it was so packed with white folks, and they were having a chill. It was me and another artist called Blackout. Blackout is a guy there in England, but we knew each other from long time. So
Mm.
he he was doing the show, and he asked me to come over, and we went and together. Trust me, we tore that place down. That is, something I never forget. That's a couple months ago, last year, I think, yeah, a couple months ago, you know, and I could
Amazing.
say a lot more, so much more.
Now, the thing that's quite, you know, I mean, interesting to find out is that whilst on stage, uh, when performing, and when you actually connect with the audience, you know what I mean? What is that feeling like for you as an artist? And how do you know when you actually connect? How do you know when you actually make that connection with yourself, you and the audience that you're performing for? And what is that feeling like in your best words? How would you best describe it?
Are you a great fan of Bob Marley?
Love him, yes.
Okay. Well, I am a great fan of Bob Marley. And I always listen to most of Bob Marley words and his song. There's something in everyone that distinguished, very, very distinguished. That's very great Bob Marley. I look upon him like he's someone that I don't know which way you could put him, because everything he said, trust me, it is so powerful. And he said in one of his songs, there is a natural mystic flowing through the air.
That's what I'm talking
And
about.
if you listen carefully, then you will know. You understand? So
Yeah,
when you go on the stage, once you touch the
yes.
stage, that mystic, that natural mystic, you will see, you will feel it. You will feel the people feeling you.
Wow.
You can know if the people that if your fans not feeling you. And all you need to do is to quick think, change what you're doing, do something else. Get the crowd, get the people to you, do something to come on them, and then you give them what they want. But you can feel that. Every artist who knows about stage show and know how to deal with the people, you will know that. Even like you're playing some music, You playing in the party, in the dance, you know, definitely you feel it. You know when the people is, you know when people getting in the mood, man. Come on, Fonso, you know exactly. Say, you know what? I'm waiting for drop this other song. I know exactly which song to drop now. I know which song not to play right now. I don't want to change this mood. You understand? Yes. So once I touch this stage, first I come on my fans. I make my fans know that I'm here for you. You understand? So I'm gonna give you my best. But at the same time, I am in charge. I am the boss right
Mm.
now. You come to see me, I am the boss, but I'm not gonna treat you like you're not important. We're gonna work together. You understand? So I will come down in the crowd sometime. I relate with my fans. I look for the saddest person in the audience and make them start to laugh or feel happy or say
Mm.
something to them. I see a man and a woman and them look like them not too, like them just a break up or something. I probably call him up on the stage and things get back good to that. A lot of people told me that. Sing Irie, you make relationship get back together. That was really tearing
Wow.
apart. So it's a magnet. And you have to know that because music is so
Amazing.
powerful.
Once again, my name is Fonso Black, and I'm talking to singer Irie, placing him in the spotlight as he reveals some of the story behind his big story. Also, want to acknowledge the viewers on Facebook, on UVC Radio. That's on Facebook. Continue sharing this live stream. And of course, we'll be going for our last music break. And in the background, you'll be hearing the song Pass Me a Vegetable. You know,
Pass
again,
me the
and that's a
vegetable.
song. Yeah, pass me
The
my
vegetable.
vegetable, yeah.
Yeah.
And that's a song again by singer Irie. That's the last song we're going to be looking at for this evening. And when we come back, singer Irie is right here to tell us all about that song, right here on UVC Radio. The song that binds us together. It's called "Pass the Vegetable." Pass the veggie.
Oh, oh, oh.
Oh yeah, eh, eh. You want the Rasta man? Oh yeah, eh, eh, eh. Pass me the
Roots and
vegetable.
culture. Roots and culture.
No put no meat on Rasta table.
Pull up! Pull up!
Pass me the vegetable.
Uh, Facebook, what's going on? What's going on, Facebook? Yes, this is the voice of a singer Irie.
And we will come
And the title track is called Pasta Meal.
pass me the
The
vegetable.
vegetable
No put no
pasta.
meat on
Vegetable.
Rasta table.
Yeah,
Pass me
man.
the
And of course, when
vegetable.
we come back live on air, you'll be
And we
telling
will
us all
pick
about
up
that
a
song.
terror.
So big
It
up
was a
yourself and
cool
thanks for
and
all the
lovely
fiery emoji.
breezy
And of course,
afternoon.
continue sharing the live stream. Big
You
up
could feel
Facebook.
it cause it
And of
was
course,
in
singer
the month
Irie.
of June.
Go on, big up Facebook. Yeah, man.
So I
Facebook,
left
big
my gate
up.
and
Thank you for
went
letting
out
us
for a
having
walk.
real talk session. More blessings to the people.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. You are the Rasta man. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Pass me the
You know, it's Aisha
vegetable.
Nova representing for Fonso Black
No
on
put no
UVC
meat on
Radio.
Rasta table. Pass me the vegetable. And we will live comfortable. Empress, pass me the vegetable. No put no meat on Rasta table. Pass me the vegetable. And we will pick up a terror. It was a cool and lovely breezy afternoon. You could feel it cause it was in the month of June. So I left my gate and went out for a walk. And as I passed the dreadlocks camp, I heard him say, yeah, pass me the vegetable. No put no meat on Rasta table. Pass me the vegetable. And we will live comfortable. Empress, pass me the vegetable. No put no meat on Rasta table. Pass me the vegetable. and will become a terror. So I stopped to find out what was going on.
Mega big tune.
At the spirit of Jah, you know he leads me on. Roots and culture. Roots and culture. Rasta, looking at the dinner table. You could feel the chill and see and heard them say, yeah, pass me the vegetable. You put your meat on Rasta table.
And of course, for just joining in, my name is Fonso Black, and I'm talking to reggae
Singer
artist,
Irie,
singer Irie, and the title track is Pass Me
the
Vegetables. And of
vegetable.
course, I feel like eating vegetables as well. You get me? Over to you. Welcome back again, singer Irie. This song, you know what I mean? I love it. Again, it's another song which speaks of reality, and you know what I mean? So again, tell us about that song. You get me? I love the rhythm. I love the words. Do you know what I mean? And I love the way it's all put together. Let's talk about that song.
Well, again, I must say big up to you again, Fonso Black. It's a pleasure again to be on your platform, and I'm having so much fun, man. I've never have an interview with a radio DJ that you just make me feel like go on, go on. Yes, so
Thank you so
talking
much.
about pass me the vegetable. You know what? I'm a person. I like a lot of vegetable. I don't like much meat. I will eat a little meat. Like a little piece of chicken or but fish, vegetable. I'll just love vegetable. But the reason, or the main reason behind this song is that Bonnie Diamond from the Mighty Diamonds was a good friend of mine. He was an elder that I used to be around. He also used to be at the studio at Gussie Clark studio at 3 Windsor Avenue, same place where I used to be. And I
Mm,
recorded 2 songs for him. I didn't hear them if they were released at that time, but I recorded 2 songs for him. That Bonnie, because you have Bonnie Diamond, you have Tabby, and you have Judge. It's 3 of them, right? So Bonnie died and Tabby. That Tabby is the lead singer. Tabby died and Bonnie died. So we only have Judge, only Judge left. And to say again, enough respect because I heard that the band is coming back together. They did put together a nice they put on a nice show last week, I think, on Robert Up Thursday. Peter Metro them, Robert Up Thursday in Jamaica. So the group they farming it back together, which is great because that Mighty Diamond was group that was
mm.
there. We need something like that. So um when Bonnie drop out and Tabby, I think that I should do something actually to show my love to these greats. And as I said, me and Bonnie Diamond was like, he was like a father to me. He was a very close friend to me. So, and I recorded 2 songs for him. So I decided to, because they are the one that sing, pass me the coachy, pass me, you know. Yeah,
Definitely.
so
Yeah.
pass
Yeah.
the coachy pan, pass the coachy
Yes.
pan, that's their song.
Yes.
And I think somebody else,
Diamond. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
somebody else do another version, pass the Dutchie. I think,
Yes.
they pass the Dutchie. So I decided to say, pass me the vegetable, you know,
Yes.
because so,
I love
and don't put no,
it.
no put no meat on Rasta table. So this is what
See it?
happened. when I did this song, when I go in the studio and did this song, everybody was laughing and everybody was feeling happy because they said this is a really nice song to dedicate to man like the
Mm.
Mighty Diamonds, them, and to know that they have done a great lot of work, and we respect the greats. Them, we always respect the greats. So I did that song because I want to contribute it to Bonnie, to the Mighty Diamonds, but most likely to Bonnie, because Bonnie was a very close friend to me.
Wow.
Yeah, so we now say past. I didn't want to do over there, the original, because
Yes.
when you hear a original and it is well done, I think nobody should mess with it. You understand? When people is doing a song, they should add something to it. Don't just do it back like how it is done. You understand? So pass the coche, pass me the vegetable. You understand? because
Right, right,
the
right.
country need some vegetable, cause the same herb that they put in the country is vegetable to the Rasta man brain too.
Right.
See it? Yeah. So
Singer Irie, a few years ago, you migrated to the United States of America, leaving back a rich culture. Talk about the transition when first arrived in the US. There is a difference in culture, different in weather. Do you know what I mean? And like I said to you, living back a rich culture of reggae music. When you arrived in America, that transition, what was that experience like for you? And how did you continue pursuing your love for reggae music? What was the transition process like for you as a reggae artist coming from Jamaica, living back a rich culture?
that is a very interesting question. I must say, your brains are so big, Fonso, man. Trust me, you are one of those bright boy, man. For you to think to ask me a question like this, yes, because it is very important, for my
Yes.
audience and for my fans to know this. It was like I used to travel from Jamaica to England and different places. I go
Mm,
Switzerland, Belgium, France, all over the places, but I've never like take up resident into a country like live.
yes.
So when I came to America 2007, 2007, so in September 2007. So when I came to America and I look around because as I said, being in England, England kind of have little smelly, it kind of similar to some of the things you might, endure in America. But with
Mm,
England, England is more it more reggae inclined than America to me.
mm,
You understand? Because
100%, 100%.
yeah, England,
It
trust
is the
me,
city of reggae.
reggae.
It is the country
Trust
of
me.
reggae outside
Right.
Jamaica.
So when you come to America and realize that, oh my God, it's a new start, you have to start back to try see if you can get the mind of these people because everybody most likely R&B, hip hop, and all of this kind of thing. You will hear reggae there and then where you go to your Jamaica clubs or your Jamaican, people and party or cookout and thing. But the way how England, every turn you turn everybody. So it was kind of hard for me to transit to, get back the comfortableness that I used to from England to Jamaica. But one thing I tell myself, say, I have a mission and I have a purpose, and I'm taking that mission and that purpose wherever I go. And it's something you have to understand that what you have in you and what you want to put out, you have to put that force behind it because you will go places where you probably can't talk the way you want to talk, but try say something because you have a purpose. So I think that my purpose is to continue to do good music and do this. So I fight. I get into the system at one point. I'm doing 3 jobs, and I
Mm,
still do that three jobs. Go to the studio, record song, find time in between to go wherever they have the little cookout, the little stage show I keep. I travel all over state to state. Sometimes my friends them call me from where I live to a place they call South Carolina and all of these places. And those days I couldn't drive because I never know the road that good because England and Jamaica we drive on the left hand side. America was the right
mm,
hand side. So it was a little
yes,
bit
yes,
hard for me to get to understand the road. So I have to I took the train, those big train they call it Greyhound trains. It take you like
yes.
5, 6 hours, 7, 8 hours, sometimes up to 10 hours before you reach your destination. But I decide that I have to go, I have to do what I have to do. So after start doing everything and get myself into the system, do what I have to do, I start to venture out hard. And this is people look for me and say, Singer Irie, oh, you do it in America because everybody know how, being to this country, it's about the bills and about that, and you have to do that. Yes, we have to do what we have to do, but what is in you? When God give you a talent and bless you with something, you cannot cover it, you cannot hide it, you can't find no excuse. So you do what you're doing and do what you're supposed to do. So I did it. I did it.
Wow. Wow. Amazing. Now, of course, Singer Irie, are you satisfied with where reggae is at the moment in terms of the production and the airplay that it's getting all across the world? What is your take?
I wouldn't say I am 100% satisfied, but life changes, people change, things change, time change, and we have to adjust to changes. Some of the changes we might not like, but we have to understand that it's a blessing for us to be in that time and be living in this time. Like sometimes you talk to some of the young youth, them and they say, Elder, I feel with time now, I know feel no time. But if it was my time, I wouldn't be living.
Mm,
Do you understand? Unfortunate,
mm,
they didn't see some of my time, but I am fortunate to see their time. So it's a blessing
mm,
when when you live to see certain age and living and still seeing things. It's a blessing. So it's my time because I'm living here. I'm still living. If it was my time, I would be taken out of the earth. So
true.
I wouldn't look upon a person in them 70, 80, 90 and tell them it's not their time, even 100. And so it's still their time because they are living it. So the young kids must respect the elder because what? They pass through a lot of storms and all kind of stuff to be here. So they know it more than us. The people who was
Mm,
before us, they know it. Listen to them, honor them. You understand? A lot of people don't know how the road build, but yet they want to go to and from, drive fast, but they don't know how the road build. Who was the first person? How many people died building that road? You understand? A lot of time we like the breads, we like the things that bake from the bakery, but we don't know how much hands burn up, how much people lose them life burn up in those ovens. We have to think deeper than just
mm-hmm.
enjoying the bread. You understand? So my input in life is that we have to respect foundation and continue to do best. Let us grow on everything and make it a better world, a better place. The music will be nice if we just learn to do it the right way and we learn to accept mistakes and grow from there and adjust ourselves and give everyone respect that is due.
Lovely. And when do you hope to see reggae music in the next 5 years from now?
As you mentioned earlier, about if how I feel about reggae music. I just want to elaborate a little bit more on that. Um I
Mm-hmm.
think that we need more production, better production. We need the young people who really love it and interested to have somebody who know how to do it, to teach them so that they can do their craft much better. You understand? It's not that we against the new thing that you put in, but if you're gonna put a new foundation right here and you're not putting it down good, if you're not putting the foundation down, it's not going to stay. The people before us, they put down solid foundation. If you notice, sometimes some people have to run back to the old rhythm them have to run back to some old songs, come play them back to bring back that joy. So that is what I
Mm-hmm.
want the young youth them to do. That many, many years from now, when I probably long gone, probably you as well, other generation can be dancing and having a joy and a peace and a love after what they're doing. So all we said, put it, if you're doing it, do it good or not at all.
Proper.
Do it proper because you're
And
not
the
doing it for
next
yourself.
question would lead on to where do you hope to see reggae music in the next 5 years from now?
And I hope that the generation will just listen. And as we say, we love them and we want to see they go forward because the Bible teaches that, is a little young one shall lead the nation. We all know that the young have to take up from where we left off and, it have to grow. So we just want them to learn the right way. And I hope to see reggae music bigger, larger, and better the next couple of years from now.
Wow.
And everyone can understand that we are here for a purpose and let the purpose be love.
Wow. Well said. Now, America, Africa, Caribbean by extension, this is the moment that you all have been waiting for as we now will be placing in the spotlight singer Irie to give us an acapella. Go for it.
You know what? I want to say enough shout out to all the people who take them time out to, listen to us on Facebook, IG, and all the musical platform. I want to big up my manager, Joanna Bin. There, she just leave to her country. Big up yourself. I want to big up all the wonderful people that are there on the journey. I want to take time out to big up Peter Metro, another brother of mine from another mother. I want to big up Rapper Crapper, my real general. Big up yourself anyway you're there. And everyone's and ones who don't hear you mention your name. We love you. We love you guys. Thanks for all the support you've been giving Singer Irie. And my new album, as you know, is out there called Success. You could go on Spotify, iTunes, and download it for free if you don't want to pay the 99 cents, which it would be nice if you could just pay $1 for each track, so, and you get extra track on the album. So I just want to tell the people that it's a pleasure to be on HVC Radio. It is one of the most powerful radio station right now, and I will always be connected to this radio, and I will always be connected to my general, my brother from another mother. You don't know Fonso Black. This is really
Yes,
good.
I am.
So, and because of a lot of people out there doing things and they are saying we are doing good and we don't get back any result from the people that we are doing it from, don't worry. I have a message for you guys. If you give a little more than you take, and if you try to fix more than you break, if you're the kind who take the time, help a stranger in the rain, there's a place for people like you. Fonso Black, you stand up for those down on their knees. I know you lend a voice to those who cannot speak. I know you shine a little light and give sight to the ones who lost their way. There's a place for people like you. Some friendship no real, no them no real fun, so them evil are revealed. Some people you shouldn't stay against, cause they are nothing but bad influence. Some of them you shouldn't spar with, cause of your life them a target. Facebook, some people you shouldn't stay against, cause they are nothing but bad influence. Some of them you shouldn't spar with, cause of your life them a target. Fun, so tell them, stay around some and you will never rise. Take away yourself from out their eyes. Shuffle up the pack, the friendship pack. Fun, so move the wolves from out the sheep flock. Watch them, be careful of them. Them help put Daniel in the lion's den. Elevation you'll never get from them. And every time Fonso Black cries, them have a problem. Some people you shouldn't stay against. We can tell them two more things, Fonso Black. Let me tell them something.
Go on, go on, go on, go on.
Why you get the little thing and go leak it when she told you that it was a secret? Why you chatty so much? Oh well now. Why you get the little thing and go leak it when she told you that it was a secret? Some boy just chatty too much. Oh well now. She thought that you were nice, so she gave you a touch of real life. She make him fly like a kite. But what you did to her, that wasn't right. That wasn't right, no. Lippy, lippy, lab about the girl. Afraid of you. You know, she said that the woman get scared of you. Mama, I love you, mama. I love you, mama.
Now that's what I'm talking about, people. What a great, splendid performance there by singer Irie. Brilliant singing there. And of course, is that if there is a promoter at the moment who's actually viewing this live interview on Facebook or over UVC Radio, I would love to book you on an event. What is the best contact to get you at?
Well, they could just go on Facebook, put in manager Joanne Bin, and her name would come up, as well as they could contact 973 640 7200, and they could contact you on Rapper Crapper too, because you guys are one of Singer Irie, this hand, that hand. So I see you Fonso Black as this hand, and I see Rapper Crapper as another hand. And I have so much people out there who can just, link up with whoever need to see link up with Singer Irie. And we charge people a very reasonable rate to do things, because music is fun, so we take it like fun, so we don't stress people out. We just want to make sure everything is covered, the bill is covered, and we can move around and we do it. We're not going to look on it and say, oh, it's gonna be a big cow and a hammer or whatever, or it's gonna be millions of millions. We just want to know that you feel comfortable, Singer comfortable. I give you a good show. I always give good show everywhere I turn up. It's a joy. and the
And
fans,
if persons
well,
out there would like to hear much more music coming from singer Irie, what are some of the platform that they could get your music at?
well, as I said, you could go on iTunes, download Singer Irie there. You go on Spotify, YouTube, Apple, every musical platform. Just put in Singer Irie and they all comes up. And you can also follow me on Facebook, IG, Singer Irie, Facebook, Singer Irie. It's just Singer Irie. But if you want to get some of the old songs, then you could put in Patrick Irie and you could get some of my old tunes.
Lovely. And what is the next big project that you are currently working on that your fans could expect coming from singer Irie very soon?
Well, as I'm saying, I had this big Mother's Day show coming up. 1 hour and a half performance by singer Irie. This is a big one, the 11th of May. And I had quite a few different states. Every week I have show in different states here in America. And I'm looking forward to Sunfest with me and Peter Metro. That's the 18th, I think is the 18th to the 20th, or the 16th to the 20th of July. But we will be on stage somewhere like the 18th or the 19th. I think the dancehall night, because they're gonna put Peter Mitchell on that night. So we both gonna do this great collaboration, and I hope I can get to do some other songs. But this is a big one. So, and then I'll be heading to England in November too. I had a project up there to be doing as well, and there's so much stuff, but as they come and post them, so my followers and my fans, I wouldn't say followers, my fans, my wonderful people. I don't call people followers. I call them my great, wonderful music lovers, family. They will see, because I will post things will post, my manager will post, and all the people that working with Singer Irie, because I have a lot of people working with Singer Irie. Some is working, I don't even know them, but they're just doing it because they connected to, the program. So there's a lot of people out there working.
Singer Irie, it has been a pleasure placing you in the spotlight as you reveal some of your story behind your big story to help understand the culture of reggae music coming from the island of Jamaica. Just before we come to an end of this interview, is there anyone out there you would like to shout out to?
Yes, I want to take time out to big up my daughter. I want to big up Dallas Hudson. I want to big up, as I said, I want to big up Margie Hamilton. I want to big up Betty Love. She's one of the great lady that produced me do a lot. I had two songs for her. I want to big up also my friend Peter Mitchell. As I said, this is like a brother from another mother. I want to big up Rapper Crapper. Yourself, oh my God, man. Come on, Fonso Black. I could never do this, brother, without a great interviewer like you. You are something else. So I want to shout out to the radio station and all the people over there in England, all my fans in Jamaica, Belgium, Switzerland, France, Germany. I want to take time out to big up, like, I have some people who is working behind the scene, and a lot of people might don't know them. I want to big up John Garvey, and I want to big up another brother of mine that, a lot of people might never see him up front, but he's always there. I want to big up Peter Brown, and I want to say thanks again to each and every one. And for those who don't hear them name, big up Wayne Reimer as a DJ over there. You probably heard about him. Big up um, One Harmony, Genius. I also do some songs for him. He's one of the great producers too. Big up yourself, One Harmony, Genius, King Genius. I want to say big up to DJ Velvet. This guy is like another brother like you. He always playing singer Irish song. He always supporting singer Irish. Kevin King Kenny from Germany. Big up on yourself. I wanna big up, you know, all the people that is a part of this thing. As I said, some of you guys I might not remember your name because it's so much names, but singer Irish love you
Yes.
guys. Continue to big up on yourself and thing. And again, I could never go without big up Pukaru. This is a guy we call him Pukaru, and Wayne Hall. All these guys, they are wonderful. So some people have some like a funny name, but it's a jar, so we call him Pukaru.
Yes.
And we have Mr. Wayne Hall from the Wayne Hall show as well. Big up yourself, Mr. Wayne Hall, and big up Cutie Cute over there. From and big up Mr. Clinton Lindsay. Now that the song is on the chart is a blessing, and we couldn't have get it done without you, Mr. Clinton Lindsay. Because first thing you say when you hear a song, if you don't like it, you're not even gonna listen to. You're not even gonna play it. And when he hear chatty him say yes, this one gone. So it's another blessing. I know it's on the chart. So big up
And of,
yourself, Mr. Clinton Lindsay.
and of course, on that note, of course, we want to say thank you so much for taking
Wait,
time out of your busy schedule in allowing us to place you in the spotlight to reveal your story behind your big story. It has been a pleasure talking to you. And of course, we will end this interview with this song,
I'm begging you.
Chatty
I'm begging.
Chatty.
Hold on, hold on. I'm begging you one thing, please. I could never go without this. Maybe you wouldn't see me tomorrow. I'm joking. But there's a lady over there. She play as well. She named DJ Grace. We call her the Took Off Boss. Me and her have a combination song mashing up the place. It is called Stress Out. You got me stressed out when you walk out. Crazy in love, and that's no doubt. This is a big song. And she come and me gone, and me now look back. This is a big song. Big up yourself, DJ Grace. She's one of them as well that do so much work for Singer Irie. Big up DJ Presenter also down there in St. Anne's, another good brother of mine, a young little brother, but he's one of them that do a lot for me as well. So big up yourself, Presenter. And again, I'm saying, I wish I can big up everyone because so much people, but
But the
last and
time
not
doesn't forbid that.
la- this is so joyful, brother, that I want to say thank you, God, for this moment. And you get it big up, and everything is because of you, Almighty God. And you send people in Singer Irie life, and these people doing their job because of the great Almighty God. Thanks again, Fonso Black. Thanks again for
Thank
this
you. Pleasure is
platform, my
all
brother.
mine.
It's really a pleasure, and I would do it anytime you're ready again. More blessings.
Thank you so much.
UK,
Thanks to
New
UVC
Jersey,
Radio, the sound that
blessings.
binds us together. And of course, we will end this one with the title track, Chatty Chatty by Singer Irie featuring
Bo, bo,
Peter
bo,
Mitchell,
bo,
right
bo,
here
bo,
on
bo, bo.
UVC Radio, the sound that binds us together.
Yeah. Laba laba. Yeah. Peter Metro. Singer Irie.
And of course, Facebook viewers, persons on UBC Radio Live, I want to say thank you so much. We've just been talking to reggae artist, singer Irie. And this song is called Chatty Chatty by the singer and alongside Peter Metro. It's mashing up the place now. It's been in the streets of Jamaica, UK. This is singer Irie, the title track, Chatty Chatty. Get your copy, people. It's mad.
You were nice. My deceiver. So she gave you a touch of real life. And Dr. Guan. She make you fly like a kite. What a Guan. But what you did to her, that wasn't right. That wasn't right. No. Put it up again. Me Jabba tell you that. Lava, lava. Peter Metro. Singer Irie. Oh, chatty, chatty mouth. Too much chatty. Sing! Why you get the liquor thing and go leak it? And she told you that it was a secret. What? Why you chatty so much? Tell me, laba, laba, hoy. Why you get the liquor thing and go leak it? And she told you that it was a secret. What? Why couldn't you keep your emotions? Oh, yeah. She thought that you were nice. I'm a deceiver. So she gave you a touch of real life. And Dr. Guan. She make you fly like a kite. What a Guan.